What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. Are you bearish? Are you bullish? We're going to take a look at the Dow Jones, gold, silver, XRP, and the DXY chart that is extremely important right now. We're going to take a look at what happened the last time DXY broke out. Stick around for the whole video. We have some long-term charts at the end. Definitely don't forget to check out the free Discord group. There's a link down below in the description below the video, and let's get into it. All right, guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Don't forget, we do a free Ledger Nano S hard wallet giveaway. We do that every Sunday. All you have to do to enter to win is make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post videos, and then make sure your notifications are on. Then come down, hit that like button, and leave your comment below. That will get you entered to win. All right, let's take a look at the Dow Jones. So we are getting a pump today, and we've been watching this trend line up here where we did break above it. We were not able to get support on it. Let's zoom in real quick and see where we need to be. So if we close above the 31,000 points, then it could be, if we get support up there in the next couple days, we could definitely be going much higher. A lot of people believe we will. I still think that we're most likely gonna see at least a bigger correction, maybe even a crash. Let's look at gold. Still looking for this ABC correction. Target 1736. If that breaks, looking for 1647. And validate that, would have to break above this top trend line here, which is going to be around 19,030. I'm still looking for these lower targets. Silver, they had the pump yesterday. As of right now, we had this measured move coming off of this Adam and Eve type formation. If we move this down to that last top and we take it, put it over to here, do the measured move, and that means we could be already topped out on silver. Be careful here, guys. As you know, there's a lot of pump and dumps going on in the market, a lot of high hope pumps, and then just to get crushed. So be careful. We've seen it happen in XRP. This is just a pump and dump chart, guys. That's all there is to XRP. Sorry if you don't like that, but it's absolutely garbage in my opinion. Let's take a look at, we're going to start out with the hourly chart. We're going to zoom in. Look at where we're at now. It does seem to be like a rising channel here. Now, the measured move, if we do break up out of the top of this, and I'm going to show you something else interesting with that. If we break up out of the top of this today at some point, depending on where we hit, it's going to be around the $38,000 to $39,000 range, depending on how high, if we break this top. If we do not, if we do end up coming back down, we could be looking at around the 31,008 to 31,900 area for the target. This would be a good play, a breakout out of this, in my opinion, along the break. If it breaks out the top, put your shorts just below this peak here. And if it breaks out the bottom, same thing. I would probably, if it does, I would wait for it to break down, come back up and retest before entering a short, but then I'd be looking for that 31.8 range. Now, if we zoom out, this just seems to be a bigger falling channel. If we do hit this, as you can see, we didn't quite touch down here, but if we do get up to that 38 area, that would line all of this up. So, but a break of that 38.2 range, somewhere in there within the next day or so, could get us up to that $49,000 to $50,000 range, somewhere in this range here, if that was to break. If it does break, I'd watch for a fake out though. If it comes back down, retests, and then continues up, then we're bullish. Otherwise, I'd be looking for us to come back down to these ranges here, depending on when it got there, obviously. If we came straight down, which I don't think that's going to happen, but that'd be around 26,400. The longer it takes, the lower the bottom of this is. And if we take a measured move, if we were to break out of the bottom of here, would get us around that 14.5 range. We talked about that yesterday. We'll be looking at some more areas there too. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. By far the fairest exchange, in my opinion. They don't trade against you like the other exchanges. You can trade Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum, Litecoin, XRP trading stopping in Prime too. So I wouldn't be trading Prime on here. Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything on one exchange. You can have longs and shorts in at the same time. It doesn't clump them all together like the scammy exchanges. Definitely check it out if you haven't. You can use my promo code SAVY50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit up to 1 Bitcoin. You can use that towards your margins. Savvy25 will get you 25% off your fees. Let's look at this monthly. So we had talked about the monthly close, and we could still get a pump up. You could see the month after the top over here, we pumped up to, the top was at 20,000. We pumped back up to the $17,000 range. Then again over here in 19, we pumped back up almost to the top. So unless we break this 42,000, I think we're going to see the same thing. The highest I see us going is between this 38 and $40,000 area before coming back down, if it is the bubble popped, which I do believe it is. I could be wrong, but let's look at this. This is a 4-hour chart. We had this triangle. Every time we popped back up inside the triangle was a bull trap. We did it again over here. We may see the same thing over here again. Now, yesterday we had this, just looking at this top line, obviously it took longer to break. Said if we broke it, we'd be looking up to retest this area here. So between the 36 and 38. But if we do pop up above this, it'll probably end up being another bull trap just like these here. But I'd watch for a rejection on this line here. So be careful. We could be looking at these much lower lows. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I do want to take a look at these two fractals on the DXY that we've been watching. This is the 3-day. We have broken out. Remember last time we broke out here was around, remember the date, around the 23rd of April 2018. And this fractal is almost identical, guys. Even the EMAs, everything lines up almost perfectly. Our next stop on the DXY in the next week or so is going to be right around this 55 EMA, so around 92.70. Once we break above that and get support, then our next stop would be the 200 EMA here, which is around 95. And obviously that doesn't shoot up like Bitcoin in one straight candle, guys. This was a 2-year bull run for the dollar. So we'll probably see the same type thing here. And if we look at the other indicators, this is the 3-day RSI. As you can see, last time we broke out, and we have broken out now. If we look at the MACD, and this is the MACD custom indicator, we're going to look at another chart showing the bearish sign in Bitcoin on the 3-day chart with the MACD custom. I do have tutorials too. I'll leave some of them up top. But anyways, as you can see, the same thing. Everything, this fractal is a fractal in all the indicators, guys. Check it out on the 3-day. So another thing, we laid the DXY index over Bitcoin. Every time the DXY bottoms on this trend line, Bitcoin has topped. If we pull it up, every time Bitcoin has bottomed, DXY topped. Just be cautious, guys. I know there's a lot of pumping going on, a lot of bullish news, but usually at the top of a bubble pop, bullish moves don't even help. So this is the long term. This is the 2017 hype speculative bubble. This is the 2019 hyped speculative bubble, and this is where we're at now. We've been talking about every time. Now watch what happens here. Every time we broke through here, that told us we were going in a, some people want to say a correction, but 70 to 90% is not a correction. That is a bear market. But anyways, when we broke this, it signified that we were starting the bear market. We did come back up, popped back above the trend line a little bit, which was right here. We always have that pump. But if we take a measured move of the break of this triangle, it signaled the bottom almost perfectly here, guys. So let's take a look at 2000. And another thing that's identical in all these is this rising channel where we had two waves, two touches on the top, two touches on the bottom before blast off, but we always came back below this second wave. Even in 2019, we did the same thing. So be cautious there, but let's look at this triangle here where it broke, came back up, retested that trend line, and we had this final pump here. And I believe that's probably what we're going to get with Bitcoin now. But if we take the measured move off that, again, almost perfect bottom call. Obviously, we went a little bit lower. That was a crazy dump back in March, if you remember. But let's take a look at where we're at now. Same thing on the daily. We'll also take a look at the 2-day, 3-day, and all that also. But if you watch back here, we did have one more wick down to make this candle longer. We could still do that, and then this triangle be even lower. But as of right now, this is what we're going to use. The measured move of that gets us right down to, and it all depends on where it breaks. If it breaks, gets us down to around the 14.5 range, which also was a target in the beginning of the video. But as you can see, we got the same thing, two touches on the bottom, two touches on the top. This would be the area to break. If we are in a bull market or a bear market, it could be around 2022 when we hit bottom over here, and it doesn't have to go this low, but it could definitely go down to between the $4,000 and $10,000 range. And let me show you something else. We're gonna, oh yeah, wait a minute. As you can see, we look like we are going back up to test this, just like we did over here, just like we did over here. So be careful there, guys. If we do get up here and get support on this trend line, then that becomes bullish in my opinion. But if you look at this red line on the bottom here, show you where I got that from. That is off of these wicks here back in 15 and 17. And that's just to show you, usually a stock or anything else, and I know Bitcoin's not a stock, but on the charts, they usually come back down to test that mean at some point. So be careful. Let's look at the 2-day, and we'll compare that on the RSIs. 2-day still has not came down to tag here. I believe it will at least do that. As you can see, once that broke, it was a definite bear market, so we might have some time there. Let's look at the 3-day. 3-day, we did get our third bounce off of that trend line. And looking at the weekly, we've talked about this also. I expect the weekly to come down and at least test this. If we get a nice bounce there, then, you know, we could actually still continue a bull run. But until I see a retest of this and a push up, I don't believe that's where we're at. Bullish case. We've talked about this many a times. I'm looking for a bounce in June sometime. If we're going to get a push up to the end of the year, people believe in the full year, 4-year bull market, meaning that the bull market will end at the end of this year. If that's the case, then that's when I would expect to see the $50,000 range. And reason being, if you look at this as an Elliott wave count, 2017 being wave 1, then wave 2, wave 3, the end of this year, there's 5 subwaves within that. If we've topped here, wave 3, wave 4 should be around June, because as you can see, wave 2 here took about 10 months. So I would expect about the same thing there. That's why I'm looking at around June. I also have some charts that I've showed a while back with every 450 days is the low. That would be the bullish case if we get a bounce in June to come back up and have one more rally before the end of the year. So it's looking less likely, but it's still definitely possible. Let's take a look at the funding rate. As you can see, the funding rate is declining, but like it was over here before the big drop, we're getting the same thing here. Funding rate's pretty high, guys. It's looking like there's way too many longs. We'll see how it pans out, but it does look pretty risky right now. This is the 3-day, the MACD custom indicator that I was talking about. As you can see, called the top in 2017 with the red cell once the signals crossed, and 2019, and our 3-day has crossed over here also. Be careful, guys. If you enjoyed the video, Please share it. Don't forget to smash the like, leave your comments below, and check out my wife's webpage. This is anchorimage.com. A lot of quality stuff on here. She does a lot of crypto stuff, but she can do anything you want. Family pictures, all kinds of good gift ideas. Definitely check it out. Like I said, there's a link down below with some other affiliate links down there. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the Crypto Savvy logo above my head. And I am out of here. Have a wonderful day. Be careful if you're trading. Don't over leverage. Don't put in more than you're willing to lose. And be safe. Always, always, always use risk management. Take it easy, guys.